Today, our weather component we're going to discuss is weather fronts. There are multiple kinds of weather fronts, and you're going to be taking your notes on these pages on weather fronts. You actually have two full pages on weather fronts that we're going to get some information about. Weather fronts are basically two areas where different temperature air masses are meeting. So warm and cold or something like that are meeting in an area. You see them on the weather map shown by these blue lines or these red lines, and you also see our friends high and low pressure on there. But there are four types of weather fronts that we're going to be concerned about in this class: a warm, a cold, occluded, and stationary. So let's talk about each one of those. And again, what we want to know is if a front is moving to our area, what kind of weather is that going to produce when that front comes in? Okay, so the first one is a cold front. Now, cold air is more dense. It's going to stick close to the ground. It's going to push in and move that warmer air above it. And when warm air rises, it's going to cool off, form clouds, and lead to precipitation. So we're going to have some winds. We're going to have a drop in temperature as the cold air comes in, right? Because that's colder than the existing air. And then the pressure will be rising because cold air is more dense. It's going to form cumulonimbus clouds and cumulus clouds because that cold air has the ability to really force that warm air high up into the air. So we're going to get heavy rain, storm, and then behind that, it's going to clear up as we get that stable cold air behind it. So initially, we're going to have some good rainfall, and then behind it, it's going to calm down because the air is more stable and cold. All right. The next type is a warm front. Make sure, again, that you're writing these symbols in the box where it says symbol on your notes. You'll need those as well. So obviously, this is warm air. It's coming in and trying to replace cold air, but the problem is warm air is less dense, so it has trouble displacing the cold air. It really pushes and ends up riding up the top of the cold air mass, which again causes warm air to rise and causes clouds to form. We get a whole series of clouds. You can see first cirrus, cirrostratus, altostratus, then nimbostratus clouds, and the winds are going to be blowing all over. And the air pressure is going to drop and then level off and then drop again. But what we get is mostly stratus clouds. These are clouds that cover the whole sky, and we get kind of a light rain, not a heavy rain, and some intermittent showers. So a mix of rain. The next is an occluded front. An occluded front is when a cold front pushes into an area, and then it's going to cause the warm air to rise up over the top. Again, we got warm air rising, so we know we're going to lead to precipitation here. And this is going to cause the temperature to drop as the cold air moves in. Again, we're getting cumulonimbus and nimbostratus clouds. These are rain clouds, so we're going to get light to heavy and continuous rain as that warm air is pushed over the cold air as it moves into the area. The last type of front is what's called a stationary front, which makes you think it's not moving. And this is when a cold air and a warm air mass meet and they trap air in the middle and push it aloft. And so what's going to happen in this case, we're going to get nimbostratus clouds, which are rain clouds, and we're going to get long-lasting rain, which can lead to flooding. So these are your different types of fronts. You're going to take a look at fronts in your assignment today. You're going to look at some weather maps on that and learn a little bit more about fronts. Good luck.